our surprise, our AE86.
Really? We're going to box a new turbo.
Unbox our brand new turbo. Guys,
our new turbo.
yes. This is a surprise. I've been waiting to show you guys. This is my brand new turbo. Ball bearing as I promised.
Woo!
From HPT. This video is sponsored by HPT turbochargers. One of the baddest. Alright guys. So HPT turbochargers is one of the small businesses rocking the turbo world right now with their new turbochargers. They're making amazing power out here in the race scene. Proven technology is implemented into their turbochargers, okay? They also own HPL Superior Lubricants. Check them out, okay? They have the best prices and to match the best performing turbos out right now, okay? So I went with these guys after doing some research. What turbo did I go with? Of course, you've seen my previous video where I went with the V-band manifold. So of course, I went with the V-band flange turbo. All right. I already unboxed this here to do a preliminary fitment. So this is why the bag is torn off, guys. But this here is my brand new HPT 6466 turbocharger with a V-band. AR is 0.82. Right here, it's their F2 series 6466 turbocharger. This thing is brand new, guys. Full ball bearing. This is the drain side here. This is how HPT does their drain. It's different from other turbochargers. The drain is tapped right here for a maximum seal. This is the oil feed side. Removal of this restrictor fitting will result in severe damage to the turbocharger, voiding the warranty. This here is a factory restrictor that they have. Do not install additional oil restrictors. Call them guys, sales@hptturbo.com. Yes, this is our brand new turbo. This is in the back housing here, the turbine.
Yay, it's a turbo.
Yes, ma'am. Inside the front. Very nicely made. I am extremely impressed, guys, with my brand new turbo. 6466 HPT full ball bearing turbo on my AE86 2RZ. Can't wait to see how it performs. All right, I also ordered this special part here that HPT promotes. This is an extra filter for the turbo feed line to make sure there are no tiny deposit that makes its way into your brand new turbocharger. Of course, this is the exhaust V-band clamp, and here is the V-band flange, because I'm gonna make a brand new downpipe. This here is the drain that taps in to the drain I just showed you, because their drain on the HPT turbo is threaded. So this here is the drain fitting. What's so amazing about HPT turbochargers? Here it is right here. See for yourself. Your HPT turbocharger comes with a 2-year limited warranty from the original date of purchase. No questions asked. If something's wrong with the turbo within 2 years, HPT honors their warranty. No questions asked. You cannot beat that kind of service, guys. Here at Turbo Toys R Us, we love to promote small businesses, and HPT is one of the small businesses making a huge wave across the world with their new brand of turbochargers. Okay, they are on the drag strip, on the drift racetrack, everywhere, making huge numbers, proving that their technology is premium and it works. Right here, visit their website. And this here now is the 2.5-inch V-band clamp to clamp the turbo onto the manifold. That's where this clamp goes. The thing I love about the V-band setup, guys, you can turn your turbo wherever you need it to turn, okay? And then you pipe. But there it is. Look how beautiful that looks on there. Of course, looking where it's pointing right here, you're gonna have to adjust this. Whether I'm going down or coming back up this way, I'm gonna have to loosen these clamps back here. Right? Back here, behind the front housing, and then turn it the way I need it to go. HPT, guys. Okay, for my HPT Turbo 6466 ball bearing F2 series, I'm going to show you some of the fittings that comes with the turbo and some that you're going to need additional to make everything work. Okay, I bought this filter. It's an extra filter that goes to the feed line to your turbo. Okay, this helps to filter out any extra microscopic things that might pass through the regular oil filter and end up clogging or destroying your turbo. Okay, this is a nice little investment here for your turbo. This is the drain setup that I'm going to use. Okay, it comes with this one here, but this is a -8. So rather than buy a -8 to -10 adapter for the line that I'm using, which is a -10, I just went with a similar fitting with the same O-ring, and it goes straight to -10, so I can just connect my line to it. Okay, but this is the one here that the HPT Turbo is supplied with. All right, the only difference than my fitting is that the inside right here has a nice little flare, a cone shape, like a whirlpool kind of shape, so it helps the oil to drain down in there easier. All right, that's the only difference I saw. But otherwise, I needed the bottom side down here to be -10 from my turbo drain line to connect right here easily. Now this little elbow here, I bought this so I can connect to this here, implement this filter in it, and then my line goes straight to here. So this should be the only connector I need to implement this filter in my turbo feed line. I got this at the store that I featured, Speed Shop, in my previous videos. Local shop provides all of these fittings here. All right, be sure to check out HPT turbochargers, the F2 series and all their race series on their website, hptturbo.com. I am excited to be hooking up my HPT Turbo so I can give you my testimony about how they run and how it feels. All right, cannot wait. F2 6466 with a .82 AR. This is my drain line. This fitting here was the Precision Turbo fitting I bought from Precision. You can see the funnel shaped drain set up there and the O-ring that goes into that square looking slot. Okay, so I'll be disconnecting that fitting from my -10 line and connect my -10 line straight to the new fitting that's on the HPT Turbo. Okay, this fitting here I acquired from Precision Turbo. It's much better than the eBay drain fittings. This is the angle that I'm trying to connect, because when it's straight, it runs up right against the turbo manifold. So when I use the bend like this here, I'll be able to move it off of the manifold and then get it down to my oil pan. It passes the manifold pretty decent right there. Okay, so 45-degree angle fitting right there. That used to be the one that goes to my oil pan and makes the final bend down the bottom. So I just turned this one upside down. Let's see how that goes once I get under there. Alright, that's my drain set up there. Turbo drain set up from the bottom. That's the angle there. Drain line is connected down bottom. Up top, and turn it a little bit so it would come a little bit more off of the turbo manifold. You see there, it's running a little close there, but it's still fine. It's not touching, and that's the most important part. You don't want it to touch, okay? So the top came a little bit loose while I was turning the angle of the hose there off of the turbo manifold. So I'm going to get my 27mm and try to retighten that fitting. I'm looking to see if it has a directional flow, but it has nothing there indicating direction of flow. I don't see any markings there indicating that it's a directional flow filter. Usually filters have marks on them directing which way it flows. This does not. I'm gonna mark this up and see how we can best fit it in. Make sure it's nice and neat out of the way. Alright, so I got the feed line marked up with the filter. Okay, the turbo comes with a factory restrictor. That yellow sign that you saw me take off was attached right there to that fitting you see go in there. That's the only restrictor that you need. You don't need to remove that, and you don't need to add any restrictor to this turbo. All right, there's my filter. I got the line running down under there, coming up and around to that piece. This is where I attach to the housing. It's a two-piece fitting. The first part goes down in there. The factory top, it fits the factory top, so you don't have to re-tap anything. You just take out the plug that's in that filter housing. The filter housing has two plugs, two factory plugs. Remove the plug, and you're gonna buy that two-piece fitting from LC Engineering out in Arizona, and that will allow you to put your steel braided line right there on that filter hub and get your oil feed right there. Coming from there all the way around and up to my filter and then to my turbo. And feeding nice clean oil to my turbo, and the factory restrictor is on there. So I am ready to tighten this up right now. And we are closer to cranking up with our brand new HPT turbo and brand new manifold made by Extreme Motorsports. Anything you see me using, guys, and you want to find out information, how to get it, how to acquire it, how to buy it, some things I can get for you, and some things I can just tell you where to get it, okay? So hit me up. Make sure you leave me some comments on YouTube. I'm about to take the top off my wastegate. I'm doing that because I need to be certain about what pound spring is inside of here. So the only way to know for sure You take the top off, you see the color spring in there, and then you look up on the internet where you will know what restriction the wastegate is set for depending on the color springs that's inside. In order to do that, I am going to be using a clamp. After I remove this fitting from the top, I'm going to use this clamp right here to hold it. That way when I loose all of the Allen bolts around it, it doesn't fly off.